Just as our recruits would not be near as successful as they have been without your support, our agency would also not be near as successful as we have been without the support of others. So I'd like to take just a moment to acknowledge some special guests who are with us here today. State Senator Pete Flores, State Representative Nate Schatzline, Suzanne Tomlin, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick's office, State Representative Janice Holt, State Representative Tony Tinderholt, Mr. Hayden Davis from the Office of State Senator Campbell, Ms. Haley Plumley, Mr. Mike Ward, the Texas Senate Criminal Justice Committee, and Colonel of the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, Ron Vanderoost. Thank you very much for being here today with us. We would also like to recognize those who lead this agency and will continue to support our new graduates as they join the department's mission to protect and serve Texas. On stage with us to your left is our DPS executive team and some of our public safety commissioners. Lieutenant Colonel Jason Taylor, Lieutenant Colonel Walt Goodson, and Colonel Freeman Martin. Commissioner Nelda Blair, Commissioner Larry Long, and a special welcome to the Governor of the great state of Texas, the Honorable Greg Abbott. Lastly, we'd like to thank our team from the Training Operations Division who worked tirelessly to bring our soon-to-be graduates to this moment. Our recruiters and recruiting support staff who started the journey with our new troopers many months ago, providing guidance and encouragement. And to our training cadre and academy support staff who provide leadership, nourishment, equipment, and administrative support. If you would all please stand to be recognized. Now I'd like to introduce the Assistant Chief of the Training Operations Division, Derek Prestridge.
Friends and family, the Training Academy team are here today in part to celebrate the graduation of our new troopers. But their presence also represents our assurance that your loved ones are the most highly trained, well-prepared, and newly equipped law enforcement graduates in the nation. At some point, we have all literally signed our names in confidence that each man and woman here is on behalf of the Texas Department of Public Safety Training Operations Division. It is with immense pride that we congratulate Class A 2025 for completing the most challenging and hardest academy to date. (2025).
Attention!
Ancient history, forged by tradition!
Mark time! Mark! Left! 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 Right! Left! Forward! Mark! There's a story that needs to be told!
There's a story that needs to be told!
About the brave, about the bold!
About the brave, about the bold!
The story goes, the story says!
Story goes, the story says!
Sacrifice the price they paid!
Sacrifice the price they paid!
Hail, hail, state police!
Hail, hail, state police!
King of the Russell, follow me!
King of the Russell, follow me!
Oh, nothing in this world is free!
Nothing in this world is free!
A trooper's life was made for me!
A trooper's
this world is free.
Nothing in this world is free.
Trooper's life was made for me.
Trooper's life was made for me.
I left my home, I left my life.
I left my home, I left my life.
Learn the trooper way of life.
Learn the trooper way of life.
Oh, mama, mama, don't you cry.
Mama, mama, don't you cry.
Trooper ain't gonna die.
Trooper ain't gonna die.
Hail, hail, state police.
Hail, hail, state police.
King of the Russell, follow me.
King of the roads will follow me.
Well, nothing in this world is free.
Nothing in this world is free.
Trooper's life was made for me.
Trooper's life was made for me.
Late to bed, early to rise.
Late to bed, early to rise.
The sun was shining in my eyes.
Sun was shining in my eyes.
Glorious blood up in my head.
Glorious blood up in my head.
That's the words that they said.
That's the words that they said.
Hail, hail, state police.
Hail, hail, state police.
King of the Russell, follow me.
King of the roads will follow me.
Well, nothing in this world is free.
Nothing in this world is free.
Trooper's life was made for me.
Trooper's life was made for me.
They trained us hard, they trained us long.
Trained us hard, they trained us long.
Showed us the right way from the wrong.
Show us the right way from the wrong.
We'll stick it out through thick and thin.
Stick it out and think and din.
Train to fight, we fight to win.
Train and fight, we fight to win.
Hail, hail, state police. King of the Russell, follow me.
King of the roads will follow me.
Nothing in this world is free.
Nothing in this world is free.
Trooper's life was made for me.
Trooper's life was made for me.
Remember the day we ran in the rain.
Remember the day we ran in the rain.
Remember the way, remember the pain.
Remember the way, remember the pain.
Now we're here to take a stand.
Now we're here to take a stand.
Standing proud in Texas 10.
Standing proud in Texas 10.
Hail, hail, state police.
Hail, hail, state police.
King of the Russell, follow me.
King of the roads will follow me.
Oh, nothing in this world is free.
Oh, nothing in this world is free.
Trooper's life was made for me.
Trooper's life was made for me.
August 8th is finally come.
August 8th is finally come.
It's been hard and it's been fun.
It's been hard and it's been fun.
Cruise
Cruise
no longer my first name.
no longer my first name.
Trooper I became.
Texas trooper I became.
Hail, hail, state police.
Hail, hail, state police.
King of the Russell, follow me.
King of the roads will follow me.
Nothing in this world is free.
Nothing in this world is free.
Trooper's life was made for me.
A trooper's life was made for me.
Now the story has been told.
Now the story has been told.
About the brave, about the bold.
About the brave, about the bold.
Many troops have come and gone.
Many troops have come and gone.
Our tradition still lives on.
Our tradition still lives on.
Get snap, get snap, get snap, your left.
You're right.
Get snap, get snap, get snap, your left.
You're right.
Troopers cadence now. Lower your shoulders back. Lift your head up high. Reach and touch the sky. 1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm a trooper, can't you see? Take attention, belongs to me. Roll all day, I roll all night. Texas trooper, meant to fight. To fight, to fight.
Center, feet.
Have the recruits be seated.
Take seat.
It is now my honor to introduce the Colonel of the Texas Department of Public Safety, Colonel Freeman Martin.
Good morning. Thank you all for being here with us today as we celebrate the 178th class to graduate from the Texas Department of Public Safety. Today we welcome 123 of the best and brightest to the ranks of the Texas Highway Patrol. Graduation day is always such a crucial day here at DPS. It's a celebration of who we are as a department, but it's also a peek at where we're going in the future. This graduation is extra special, as this weekend, DPS celebrates 90 years of serving Texas. For 90 years, this department has had one mission: to protect and serve Texas. 90 years ago, the first recruit class graduated from Camp Mabry with just over 20 graduates. Today, we have over 120 ready to take the oath, pledge their lives, and pledge their service to the great state of Texas. After watching Class A25 over the past 6 months, I can say with confidence, the state of Texas and the future of public safety is in great hands. Unlike so many other law enforcement agencies across the nation, recruiting at DPS is strong. The competition to get into the DPS Academy is fierce. Let me put that into perspective. This class alone, we had 2,358 applicants. From those, we selected 168. And today, only 123 will take the oath of office. That makes you less than 6% of the applicants that graduated from the DPS Academy. We've all heard the saying that if it's easy, anybody can do it. Well, this is not easy, and you did it. And just being around this class, I can tell you, you can feel the energy and pride from being around them. One of the reasons we're so fortunate here at the Department of Public Safety is the tremendous support that we have from our governor and the state legislature. There's not a governor in the nation who has done more for public safety than Governor Greg Abbott. From border security operations to violent gangs, transnational crime, takeover robberies in our major cities, highway safety initiatives, Governor Abbott has led from the front on every single initiative. He backed the blue when others wanted to defund law enforcement. And he's instrumental in the funding and staffing of the Department of Public Safety since he took office in 2015. And this morning, we're thankful to have Governor Greg Abbott here supporting the recruits and supporting the department. So thank you, Governor Abbott, for being here today. In this class, there are 52 military veterans in this class, and what a legacy you're leaving behind to serve your country and then to come home to serve the great state of Texas. There's also prior law enforcement in this class. There's recruits from out of state that have moved to Texas. There's people from all walks of life who are answering the call to give back, and they're choosing to give back and serve wearing the Texas tan. Recruits, today you're making a promise to protect and serve. The legislature and our state leadership have entrusted us with many vital responsibilities. Those include combating crime and terrorism, enhancing highway safety and public safety, continue to secure the southern border, and assisting our local and federal law enforcement partners throughout the state. I've said many times since I became colonel less than a year ago that as a state we face more public safety threats than we ever have in our entire lifetime. Dangerous cartels, violent gangs, serious crime, fatal crashes, deadly drugs, and national security threats. I'm also confident that the Texas Department of Public Safety has never been better prepared to address these threats. The men and women of DPS continue to stand ready from the Panhandle to the Rio Grande Valley, just as we have for the past 90 years. And today that includes you, 123 of the best trained, best equipped state troopers in the nation. While your training has prepared you for what you may encounter on the job, remember that each of you were selected in the ranks of DPS for a specific reason. You are here because of you. We can't graduate a trooper if we start with the wrong person. We can't pin a badge on somebody and make them something they are not. You hold the intangibles that cannot be taught, and this is what truly sets you apart from others. As the premier law enforcement agency in the country, you'll be held to the highest standards of conduct. Your actions should always be guided by the department's core values: integrity, intelligence, accountability, and teamwork. Remember these, live by them, and you'll do well. Finally, no one makes it to this day alone. We have so many family and friends with us here today. And to the family and friends, I know you've sacrificed a lot over the last 30 weeks, and I want to thank you for that sacrifice, and you are now as well part of the DPS family. So thank you for supporting our troops. For the last 15 years, there was a story told at every DPS recruit graduation about a recruit that graduated, was a little overconfident, who had mastered the 7-step violator contact, He was on his FTO program, and he was finally able to make his first traffic stop. He's riding with his field training officer. He makes the stop. He gets out. He approaches the violator's car, and he forgot to put it in park. Obviously, his training officer wasn't too impressed, but the moral of that story is that he was able to go on through his career and become the 13th director of the Department of Public Safety. So you're probably good at math. I'm the 14th director, so maybe you can figure out who that 13th was. But I was challenged by this team up here of lieutenant colonels to come up with a story to tell at graduation, and I thought I could not think of anything in a 35-year career. So I got some Texas Rangers to look at my 35-year career with the department and try to find something that I did wrong and was able to overcome, and the Rangers couldn't find anything in 35 years. But I will tell you this, and this story is not about me. I'm from a small town in West Texas with 13 brothers and sisters. There were 21 people in my graduating class from high school. I applied for the Department of Public Safety with the minimum requirements, with no family or friends in the Department of Public Safety, and promoted through the ranks, starting off as a DPS trooper in Winnie's, Texas, to be the director of the Department of Public Safety. And my purpose for telling that story is it's not to brag on myself. It's that if a poor kid from West Texas in a small town can promote through the ranks to become the director of the premier law enforcement agency in the nation, anything is possible for each and every one of you. So recruits, remember this. It's the honor of my life to serve as your colonel. And now it's my pleasure to introduce a member of the Public Safety Commission. Larry Long was appointed to the Public Safety Commission by Governor Greg Abbott in 2023. He hails from Dallas, and he's the owner and managing partner of L2JL Capital. Commissioner Long is a member of the Texas Facilities Commission and a former member of the Finance Commission of Texas. He's a true philanthropist, serving on several organizations, including former chairman of the American Diabetes Association Board of Directors and president of Old Castle Building Envelope. Commissioner Long is incredibly involved in DPS, and we're fortunate to have him as a member of the Public Safety Commission. Please welcome Larry Long.
Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Colonel Mark. I really appreciate that for the introduction and for really allowing me this opportunity. And let me just say, wow, watching those graduates come in that back door, come down the aisle, go into the row, and sit in their seats. If that doesn't get your heart beating just a little bit faster, I don't know what will. That's amazing, very inspiring. Thank you for that. On behalf of my fellow members of the Public Safety Commission, our Chairman Steve Mock and Nelda Blair, who is with us here today, Steve Stodgel and Dan Hord, it is my honor to thank everybody here for this special occasion that we have today. And I want to stop here for just a second. I want to pause and just say thank you. As a Public Safety Commission member, I want to say thank you to the DPS leadership for dedicating themselves. Our mission is to protect and serve Texas, and they have dedicated themselves to make the Department of Public Safety one of the most well-respected and elite law enforcement agencies in the world. And so join me in just giving them a hand right now. I tell you, Colonel, our director, is off to a great start. The Lieutenant Colonels Taylor and Goodson are over there right by his side, providing all the support they need. But the leadership is wide. Many of the leadership is up here on the stage today. There's leadership in this section over here and that section over there. If you get a chance to go up and just shake their hand, then I encourage you to do so. There are many other leaders at DPS that are at their duty stations throughout the state. Well, welcome to the family and friends of our graduates. I know that you're very proud, and you should be. 30 weeks ago, these graduates, these men and women sitting before me here, embarked on what I imagine may be one of the greatest journeys, if not the greatest journey of their life. And over these past months, you've dedicated countless hours of studying to get to this day, this Friday in August. And as a member of the Public Safety Commission, it's an honor for me to stand here before you. Every one of you represents a commitment by our governor and the legislature to make Texas a safe place for all of us to call home, border to border, north, south, east, and west. And thank you for your willingness to join the DPS and begin serving as a Texas Highway Patrol trooper very soon. I tell you, it's humbling for me to see the promise that you're going to take in just a few minutes. You're going to make a promise to the state of Texas. So as a Public Safety Commission member, let me make a promise back to you. We will give you everything that you need to do your job and do it well. I promise you that. That is my promise to you today. Hold us accountable for it. You're the best and the brightest. As said before, there are many people that wanted your job out there today. The standards are high, and I promise we're going to keep the standards high. That's the way it's always going to be in Texas. But with those high standards, and with the badges that you're going to get over there today, comes a huge responsibility. So I'm going to stop right here and ask you one question. Class A, 2025, are you ready? Yes, sir! I appreciate that. Thank you for that. You know, start your career, carry this 90-year legacy forward, start making your own history out there. And now it's my extreme privilege to introduce your guest speaker for today. Every day our governor works passionately to make this a better and safer state. Whether it's securing the southern border, whether it's creating and expanding homeland security, or numerous other initiatives that he's put in place while in office, he has demonstrated by his actions that public safety is at the very basis of a society. You cannot have a well-functioning state without every citizen in the state feeling safe and knowing that they're safe. Year after year, our governor makes sure that our men and women in uniform have the resources required to do their jobs and uphold the rule of law. And over the years, he, along with members of the Texas legislature, has shown that in many ways, including increasing salaries for our troopers, the compensation they get, adding the number of academy classes that we can handle each year. In fact, we are in an expansion project on our training facility just north of Austin, and when complete, it'll be the most state-of-the-art in the nation. So thanks to the governor and the legislature for that, and really just for thanking them for giving us the equipment we need every year to do our job. He has proved himself to be one of the best leaders, if not the best leader in Texas history. And it's an honor to have him here today in this room with us. It's also an honor to serve under his tremendous leadership that he has. So please join me in welcoming the governor of this great state of Texas, Greg Abbott.
Morning. Great to be here with everybody, and let me start out by thanking Larry Long for his introduction, and doing so in a way that will maybe tell you the rest of the story. When it comes to the governor appointing people to be on the Public Safety Commission, I want to find people that I know will have the same commitment to law enforcement, to securing the state that I have. And I happen to know that about Larry Long because Larry Long and I went to school together. I've known him for more than 50 years, which is probably longer than most of you all have been alive. And we graduated from Duncanville High School back in 1976. It's going to be our 50th anniversary of our graduation this coming school year. I bring that up because when I graduated from Duncanville High School, I actually received a scholarship to go to college. That scholarship was provided by the Duncanville Police Department. They wanted to provide a scholarship to someone that they felt was committed to the cause of law enforcement. And it turned out in foresight as well as in hindsight. That was very true. Because I knew then the imperative that the United States of America was based upon the rule of law. The rule of law cannot be achieved without law enforcement officers. And as much as I knew it then, as governor and as a former attorney general, as a former judge, I know far more now. The way that our country, the way that our state would come unraveled as a society if we do not have law enforcement officers willing to take that oath and take the guard and secure our state the way the Texas Department of Public Safety does. Also want to thank Colonel Martin for being here, for his kind words, for him stepping into the role that he has. I want to thank Nelda Blair, all the commissioners on the Texas Public Safety Commission. I want to thank our legislators for being here. I see Representatives Tinderholt and Chestline over here. Why don't you guys stand up real quick? So I heard the name Representative Holt, but I don't see her right now. Stand now or forever not stand. And Senator Pete Flores, which I also do not see. Here's the point. Guys, you saw the way they entered today. When y'all enter the Texas House Chamber, I want to see you guys enter the Texas House Chamber the way these troopers enter the office today. Wouldn't that be great? You guys come up with your own chant about what you'll be saying coming in. I can think of a couple of things you guys may say in your chant. If I could, unrelated to all this, when this is over, if I could see you guys out back real quick about something else. Very importantly, I want to thank all the families and friends who gathered with us here today. I know that when a law enforcement officer does not serve alone, they serve as a family. It could be a spouse, it could be a brother, sister, it could be a mom or dad, or an uncle or grandparents, whatever the case may be. Kids, when they go out that door, get into that car, and do what they have to do that day, I note that your heart is racing a tiny bit faster. And there's an extra special glee when they arrive back home. But you know full well that there is a family commitment to working together as a family unit to ensure that you are doing your part as a family to make sure Texas is safe. I know that they are able to do their job more effectively, knowing they have the support of their family back home. So let's give it up to all the family members who join with us today who are supporting and really make the troopers. I'm here today to focus on the troopers, to say thank you for your service. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you for the bravery that is required of you to do your job. It's called valor. And that valor is a trait that pours through your veins now. Valor is what's going to be needed for you to succeed in the demands of your job. The Texas Department of Public Safety has a legendary place in the history of Texas. This is the 90th anniversary year for service and protection by the Texas Department of Public Safety for our great state. But at this moment in time of the 90 years of service, DPS plays a far more pivotal role than ever before. I can just give you one of the most recent examples. As everyone remembers all too well what happened last month when we had historic floods, whether it be in central Texas or up in San Angelo or of course in the Kerrville area. DPS officers jumped into immediate action. In their collaborative efforts, they rescued and they saved almost 1,000 people from those ravaging floods, and those people are alive today. You probably saw some videos that were taking place in the early morning hours of July the 4th when the immediate rescues were occurring, literally pulling people who were high up in trees, helicopters pulling them out. Other ways in which people were saved. A couple of days after that, we were down in Kerrville and we were talking about what happened and how they executed those rescue missions. And they were talking about how 2 months before that flooding event, they had gone through training exercises to do exactly what they did when those floods occurred. And had they not gone through those training exercises, they probably would not have been as successful to quickly make those emergency rescues in a matter of seconds. I'll bring this up because I know that there'll be times when you have to go through annual training exercises. And you may wonder, well, gosh, am I really going to need this? No one's going to be able to give you a glaring bright light in advance and say, of course this is going to happen. But just know that the training you've already been through and other annual training exercises that you will go through will put you into a position where somebody's life is going to be saved because of what you have done. And I just want to say on behalf of the people of the great state of Texas, thank you to all the members of the Texas Department of Public Safety for putting their lives on the line to save our fellow Texans from those disastrous damage events. As Colonel Martin mentioned moments ago, this time last year, this was Colonel Steve McCraw who was in charge. Colonel McCraw had been there a long time and had a remarkable history. And I knew that whoever followed him in leadership as director of the Texas Department of Public Safety was going to require extraordinary talent and have big shoes to fill. And I gotta tell you, I've been incredibly impressed with what Colonel Freeman Martin has done to take leadership of the Texas Department of Public Safety. This is a business that requires speed, execution, effectiveness in a very short period of time. And he's demonstrated all of those traits, especially to meet the constantly changing needs and challenges that DPS faces. Or your job been more demanding or more essential to our state? The tasks that you take on are far more complex, far more multifaceted, and yes, far more dangerous than ever before. DPS is essential to respond to unprecedented crises like what we faced at our border for the past 4 or 5 years. DPS responded and helped to arrest more than 1,000 criminals, apprehend more than 500,000 illegal immigrants, and seize more than enough fentanyl to kill every man, woman, and child of everyone in the United States of America, Canada, and Mexico combined. Lives have been saved by the fentanyl that you have taken off the streets of Texas. The president of the United States Border Patrol Union said that DPS played a critical role in the effort to secure the border. He said that what DPS did was to stem the flow of illegal immigrants, work against the cartel activity on the border, and intercept deadly drugs. Basically, what DPS did was to fill the gap that had been left open. And the state of Texas is safer, and the United States of America is far better off because of the paramount role that DPS played. Whatever the danger, DPS troopers consistently answer the call, whether it's fighting back against Mexican drug cartels, being first on the scene in emergencies to save lives, or whether it be things like we're working on right now where DPS is working with Houston to stem a rash of road rage in Houston, Texas. That's extraordinarily dangerous, if not even deadly. Or when, like last year, lawless protesters, they seized control of college campuses across the United States. But DPS said, not in Texas will we have that disorder on our college campuses. Instead, because of DPS, we maintain order on our college campuses and ensure the safety that our students and faculty deserve. DPS is the go-to team to keep our state safe. Whatever the challenge, you're now part of that Department of Public Safety legacy. A legacy built by heroes. As you take your oath today, as you receive your badge today, you've answered a higher calling to serve and to protect our great state. So congratulations on this remarkable achievement, and thank you for your service to Texas. Thank you. May God bless you and watch over you, and may God forever bless the great state of Texas.
To share with you some of the interesting facts and highlights of the A2025 Training Academy Recruit School. 168 individuals were selected to begin this class. Today we have 123 new teammates who have earned the honor of graduating. We have recruits with an age range of 21 to 51 years of age, total of 104 males and 19 females.